Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the official ARK podcast number 282. My name's Coach Mistletoe, and I'm here live with the core team. Your host for tonight, back from the Matrix, the one and only Mr. Atlas. The floor is all yours, sir.
Thank you, Coach Mistletoe. And folks, welcome back to another edition of the ARK Daily Podcast. This is Wednesday, August 9th, Hump Day. And you know what that means? Our good friend, Kelly Snook, is in the house. She's hanging out with us if you care to ask any questions. She is here, live and direct. You're going to be able to ask her some questions in just a little bit after we take a look at what's happening here, what's the state of the ARK, as well as our update from Mr. Brett Nordin. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're at 5,559 total ARK vaults accounts. Liquidity on PancakeSwap 67,581 USD. IOC reserves 110,681 USD. The price of ARK is 11 cents. And the spark price pool for today is 847.61 ARK. We're going to find our next winner every single day, folks. We find a new winner. And of course, 10% is going to go to the MVP for the last 24 hours. And that, my friends, their wallet ends in 27F8. And they brought in $221.56 into the vault. Super bullish for the MVP. The winner of the Sparky for today, the Nitro Boost, is still undecided, but we're going to get to that shortly. But before we do that, we got a couple more things to do, and looking forward to hearing from our good friend, Brett Nordin. What's cooking, my friend? How are you? I know team's been hard at work.
Yeah, going great. Yeah, Alex got through all of the identification verification flows today, and so we're just looking forward to getting some testing started, hopefully before the end of the week. So that's kind of the quick update today. Not a whole else going on, just back and forth with the dev teams, basic questions on the privacy stuff, and just, normal day-to-day dev work, and good progress though, and also on ARC Lite as well. So I think all eyes right now are on TerraCard, and Alex working through finishing up those flows and getting us to a point where we can start testing and issuing a few cards ourselves, and then doing some testing with the DAO. So yeah, good progress, and just moving along inch by inch, and great progress today. He worked really hard and got quite a bit done. So I'm excited.
Super bullish.
Yeah, and I know Mr. Green's involved in this as well on the contract side. So
yeah, he's booked up for the next couple of days, bringing out the magic. The man is brilliant when it comes to smart contracts. Still haven't met anyone else better in the business, if I'm frank with you.
Yeah, he's wicked smart. He can get us where many others have tried but failed.
Absolutely. So a great rest of the week. We're halfway done. Can we really say halfway done, Brett? I mean, we're 7 days a week. Most people,
they're 4 days left.
Yes. So it's not so over for us, and the truth is, it never ends. There is no end. In a month or two from now, more releases, more products, more fun, more joy. But the work continues, and the launching of these rockets, right, of utility, being on the right side of this crypto journey, where we want to provide services and products for folks to be able to use in their everyday crypto life, and even crossing over to the folks in the real world. Who doesn't want encrypted email? Who does not want to take advantage of zero knowledge, having decentralized storage, decentralized VPNs? These are products that people use every day, every single day. You do not have to be a DGen to come here, and that's where our massive growth comes from. And continuing in the spirit also of the ROI DApp, keeping the vault going, understanding that there's going to be new blood, new life, new breath coming into the whole ecosystem. ArcLight with the web to scan the QR code and bam, you're in, you're invested. I love Kelly Snook's best practices, but a lot of folks just don't have the bandwidth, the attention span to sit and read a white paper. That, I've talked to some of these people. I say, hey, did you check out the white paper? And they think you're talking about toilet paper. I mean, come on. It's like, hey, how do I make money? How fast can I get in? How do I earn? What do I have to do? What are the risks? Short attention span, move on, next. And we're going to meet that demand. And that's where I'm sure we're going to be very, very effective and not depending on the fickle, short-minded, short foresight type of investors in, unfortunately, the ROI DApp space. Bringing in a new investor who understands that they're generally very clear that buying a CD at your local branch, your credit union, or big box dinosaur legacy bank is not the answer to earning some interest on your crypto or your funds, your fiat, right? You're not going to get much over there. So I think those type of folks will, first of all, be amazed, be inspired, motivated to get into the ArcLight, which is a slower yield system. But if they want to earn more and come into the Ark Vault, they're going to have to learn more and spend some time with that white paper and learn how to use Kelly's calculator and come here and meet with the coaches and up their DeFi game and learn what this MetaMask thing, Web3 thing is all about. And we have all of the videos we created, all the presentations for Zoom. I mean, we are ready here to receive them with open arms, but we're giving them that entry level opportunity to get involved, get your toe in the water, make sure you can handle it with all of the warnings and guidelines, how risky this type of investment is, but understanding that we're taking away, pulling all the stops from the Ponzonomics, taking away all taxes, because ArcLight has that engine. The revenue is already there. It is already printing. And that is going to send shockwaves through the space. And I'm just going to call it out right now. Any project out there that is not bringing utility and revenue, if the only way that you're able to pump your bags is by finding other victims to come in, my friend, wake up. The ArcLight is coming. There's zero taxes, zero Ponzonomics. It already has the external revenue built in first, which was always our wish, Brett, right? We wish we could have launched Ark and the Vault with the component of the revenue in place, but we didn't have that, and we didn't have the funds to build these utilities. We launched first ROI DApp, and now we're building all these great businesses and all these great products, and it will even out and it will catch up. But the ArcLight is different. No.
Yeah, we have plenty more ideas where all those came from too. So we already have the next 2 years mapped out. So this is just the beginning. Yeah, and each one of these, the crypto banking and then the privacy products, they all have their own roadmaps. So that's just, once the business is in place and we have customers, we're going to be expanding as we go. So those, there's not stagnant. We don't just build it and just, oh, it's done, walk away. That'd be nice if you could do that. But I think in any business, if you don't evolve and keep remaining competitive and innovating and progressing, then, you're dead because somebody else is going to come in, especially in this fast moving tech space, so yeah, not just with the yield products. I mean, we're gonna have, I'm sure, more opportunities on the yield side, more Web3 contracts, more things to invest in that bring that yield. So that's just one of the three legs of the stool. We have the banking, we have the privacy, and then we also have the yield product category. So yeah, we're going to be building all of those out, and it's just a matter of time and money. And we've got underway now. We have 3 separate dev groups working. We have our own internal that obviously with the smart contracts, Mr. Green and Alex and Jan in the background. We have our design team, but we also have now the team working on ARK Lite and working on the privacy products as a separate team. So yeah, and I think those are going to expand our capabilities as well. We're learning what else is out there in terms of talent and things that they bring to the table that's completely unique to the team we already had existing, and we're able to build this first ecosystem of products, which is amazing. We have NFTs out of the gate. A lot of people now are catching on that's a very attractive product to be in, and many different utilities and use cases. But that our NFT is 100% utilities and ecosystem fees. So yeah, it's exciting. We have a great roadmap, and looking forward to getting this Terra card finished so we can move on to the next thing.
and the next rocket launched by the ARK team along with Kelly. I think we should put like the Kelly avatar on the side of these great rockets that we're launching out there. But you said a key word there, Brett: learning, and that's what we've been doing, and I think this community's been doing, and observing carefully, paying a lot of attention. And if you can't learn from experiences, some call it mistakes, others call them lessons, but the idea here is to get better every day. We've been learning. I think our community has also been able to witness our ability to up our game and produce these products in a very professional manner, robust and great user interface. But we're also learning a lot of what is sentiment, a lot about what is the mentality of the average user, and understanding a lot of the flaws that are within the matrix of this small little corner of DeFi we call the ROI depth space, and how sentiment shifts very quickly. And a lot of the inspiration, I think, for ARK Lite comes from the frustration of what happened here at ARK, with the ability for some folks to save $50, destroy that project that was feeding them and taking care of them and saving them during the worst part of the bear, when many folks told us don't launch now. It was a great way for a lot of these investors to support their income and be able to be profitable, which was amazing. And our intention here, what we've worked so hard to do for all these months behind the scenes that we still haven't put all the cards on the table, ideally through the no tax, zero ponzonomic system that has its own internal revenue. Literally, if 90% of the community decided to turn their backs and just walk away to the next big shiny thing, those 10% that remain would not be affected for a single second or moment or Satoshi, because having a zero ponzonomic system means that if somebody wants to leave, they can leave, but who stays continues to be a part of that revenue. Their investment, their ROI is independent, completely segregated from any other investor in the whole protocol. If for 3 months nobody joins, it doesn't matter. And that's something we're very, very proud about, and we can't wait to open the curtain and let everyone see what's on stage, what the team has been cooking up, how this all comes together, the philosophy, the fairness, the understanding of what it really means to invite someone into a project where there's a lot of sustainability because the revenue is already there, printing every single day. And the comfort and the confidence that comes understanding, since it is zero Ponzonomics, you don't have to go bring a friend in or a neighbor or go knock on a door or shill anything for your investment to continue to thrive and grow because of that engine, that economic engine that's already built into the system, and that's going to make a impact. And I think it's going to hopefully inspire other teams and other developers to look at the business model here and be inspired and go out there and copy us, bring that zero Ponzonomics aspect into your community, into your projects. I don't want to give too much away, Brett. And we have Kelly Snook in the house. Hello, Miss Kelly.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Sorry for the whole rant and speech. I don't know if you had to be out the door. We always appreciate you and your time on the Wednesdays, the hump days. But we always like checking in with you and appreciate that you're here, live, present for anyone to ask a question. But before we get started, which part of the world? We play the Where's Waldo with Kelly because she's always on the move, always in some part of the big, huge universe.
I'm home again, Atlas. 2 weeks in a row.
So you're in your private spaceship that they call a home inside of the bigger spaceship that we call Earth, which is traveling. I don't even know. You could probably tell us what the speed is that we're traveling through the universe, but it's something really fast, right? This moving spaceship called Earth.
Everything is relative.
Let's go.
Everything is relative. You'd have to tell me what you're measuring with respect to.
Well,
you have to specify your coordinate, your frame of reference. Atlas.
I'll give you the blockchain. I'll give you the TXN. Let's deep dive. Let's call up chain analysis and see what they say about the speed of the Earth traveling through the universe from point A to point Z. But the wormhole, right, is right in the middle, so that just screws everything up. But good to have you.
Say so. Nice to be here.
And folks,
I
say
suspect
hello.
There won't be any questions, but it's good to be here every week.
Well, how about some of these great members of the community at least send you their warm regards and say hi, Kelly. How you doing? I know we have a bunch of nice, warm people here who always like to greet our guest of honors.
Hello, Kelly. Hope you're doing well.
Hello.
Let's
It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy.
Hi, Kelly.
Let's go.
Guys.
Let's go. Show that love.
It's all relative.
Everything's relative. Indeed.
Yeah, they're a quiet bunch. You know what it is, Kelly? They're multitasking.
I think so.
They're doing 3-4 things.
Everyone's already done their calculations, I think.
Well, they're playing their video game, right? Or they're driving. They got the kids in the back of the car. They like to come and hang out. To stay here for the vibes. I mean, they love the DeFi sessions. I mean, DeFi sessions is just fire here on the ARK. Because we get to go through all of the important news and everything that's happening in crypto. Look at the great articles. It's almost like having a sommelier, right, of fine wines at 4-star restaurants. And his name is Mr. Z, but he's giving us the crypto, that nourishing fruit, that grape of the fine wines of information. And then not only the tasting and going through these articles, but reading between the lines and being able to have those conversations. I think you've been here. You've been privy to some of the DeFi sessions, which is always fun. So they like to listen. They like to partake. It's like their Cliff Notes version of the day in crypto and Wall Street.
Yeah, it's great. It's a very great
We have a lot of fun. But I'm glad you're home, and I would imagine soon.
Thank you.
You're going wheels up again. Do you have your next? Let me guess.
The big project
Dallas.
for the day is moving my trailer from the lower driveway to the upper driveway so I can start packing. That's my big project today.
Do you have to push it, or do you have a vehicle with a big tote thing?
I have to find a neighbor with a hitch. and a truck.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I
Well,
have.
that
Now I'm
sounds.
just waiting for him to show up.
Oh man, you got it all figured out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thanks to the next door app is everything.
Humans helping humans. It's a beautiful thing. Can't get enough of that. So that sounds great. And we got a great crew here tonight. Bizy Dips, all the way from Australia. He's teaching me some Australian lingo. All kinds of cool words they use over there. Isn't that right, Bizy Dips?
Absolutely. We'll Australianize you as soon as possible.
My understanding
give
is
a
you
shout
just
out
take
to
any
Kelly?
word and you pull off the end of it and then put an O instead.
That can work as well.
Yeah.
That's the cheat code.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's teaching me slang. Is that the right terminology? Bizy Dips?
Yeah.
Slang?
Yeah, indeed. It's a body of work.
That's a good one. That's a good one. For example, Kelly, check this one out. Tell me if you think it's funny. The betting on like horses and gambling, they're called punters, but you probably knew that. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the
confirm or
same
deny?
in the UK. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. But what do you think they call those greyhound dogs that they put on the track to chase the bone around really fast? They've got a name for it. Would you want to take a stab at the name?
No, I would not.
Give it to her, Bizy Dips. Bring her up to speed. Beam her up.
They're the dish lickers.
Ew.
How fun is that? How creative. I mean, it fits. I get it. Instead of, let's bet on the horses. No. Wait, let's punt on let's punt on we've ran out of money for the horses. Let's go now to the dish lickers.
That's it. It's the last ditched effort to reclaim some profitability from the day.
Yeah. It's that 100x trade with your last, 0.0005 Satoshis. Try to get it all back on this one race or trade. If you want to sign up for Bybit, please DM me and ask me for my referral link. That's a joke, guys. That's a joke. Nobody's laughing. Well, you're laughing, Bizy Dips. You're Bizy Dips.
You're a funny man.
That's not financial advice. But if
I'm
you want
taking
my referral link,
financial advice.
Muted.
Hey, Atlas. Speaking
Yes,
of punting, I'm heading to Las Vegas in the morning. Speaking of punting, but not really to punt. I'm heading to the DEF CON conference, DEF CON 31, with my son.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah. Whoa, let's go. Is it maxis of any type, like ETH maxis or Bitcoin maxis, Solana?
No, it's a hacker. It's a hacker conference.
It's a hacker
my
thing.
son, white hat, maybe a little bit of black hat. I don't know. My son's into it. We go every year. He likes it. I hang out by the pool and relax.
How old is he, if I may ask?
He's 18.
But he's made it to 18, and you have not had a knock on the door.
Not yet. He covers his tracks.
Okay, let's go.
I was gonna say, it means he's gonna be like that.
No sloppiness here. OPSECs are secure. Security
I suppose that's why he attends the conference, in order to cover his tracks or to learn how.
Yeah.
But
that makes a lot of sense.
I don't know what he's into, but he knows the rules. No knocks at the door. But
Correct.
I would consider him to be a white hat hacker, I suppose. I hope.
Well, if he's your offspring, then I would absolutely, and having your nurture, love, and care, and the great example of a human being that you are, I'm very sure, confident that that's absolutely true. And He's a smart, bright kid with a bright future ahead.
Yes, thank you so much.
And people will pay you a shit ton of money to hack their shit before the bad guys do. There's contests and there's prizes and bounties, and it's a very, very nice business for the few, the strong, the very talented hackers. It's beautiful.
There will be live hacking contests ongoing throughout the DEF CON conference to see who can hack first. And you're right, big prizes.
Yep, it's a great community.
It's fun.
Yeah. You know, some folks just want to play the video games, and there's some folks that want to hack them and find ways to go faster and always win. And there's some folks that are so poor that they can't afford the game, so they make their own, and they become billionaires.
There you go.
Yeah, a nice story of a young man in the UK. I don't remember the name of the game, but I saw a quick short about him, and he was literally so poor. His parents couldn't afford to buy him the game, so he would kind of read reviews and stuff about it, and he created the game on, replicated it so he could play. That turned out to be a pretty good idea and profitable. Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto.
May your son's path be filled with abundance, opportunity, health, and great, great bounty, great reward.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So I think we've had a great little session here talking with Kelly, learning about the trip to Vegas. DEF CON. Is that correct? DEF CON?
Yes, DEF CON. DEF CON 31.
There's a DEF CON. There's a DEF CON in Europe, but it's like this crazy techno stuff that my friend goes to.
Yeah. That's
you know about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Mistletoe knows all about the festivals and the DJs, and by the way, Mistletoe, how many DJs does it take to screw in a light bulb? That's our new inside joke, right?
Yes.
You had two guys again today. I noticed. I was like, yeah,
there wasn't any light bulbs.
No, they've got these little knobs to tweak.
Oh yeah, lots of them.
So let's turn it over to you, my friend.
Let's go. Let's give away some free crypto.
Yeah, you got the best job in crypto, man. Giving away free crypto every single day. Sheesh.
I'm truly blessed. It is amazing. All right, let's go.
What do you tell your friends when they're like, "What do you do for a living?" Well, I just give away free crypto every day, and I got my own wheel. And think of this huge Ferris wheel, but it's just filled with people that are wanting to win free crypto. And I'm the guy that gets to spin it. I'm the guy that gets to talk about it. I'm the guy that gets to judge the entries and organize the whole thing.
Yes.
I mean, that's my version. What's your version?
I mean, I usually just tell people I'm quote unquote a community manager. It's kind of the normie term, I guess you would say.
That sounds like a janitor.
I know. People don't understand though. It's like you tell them, oh yeah, I just work for a DeFi company 7 days a week. I mod a Telegram group and I manage a group of people, put on contests. People just don't understand. They look at you like, what? Like, what do you do? So I get paid. You gotta come up with some sort of title.
Sit at home, in my flip flops, in my Sharky flip flops, the one that has the shark and my boxers, and give away free crypto all day, every day.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna be your PR man. I'm whenever they want to know, just say, hey, call the boss. He'll tell you what I do.
100%. We'll get you an ARK account too while you're at it.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Not financial advice.
No, not at all. Get yourself in the sweet widget too. Get yourself an ARK account and sign up for some free crypto. Super easy to do. With that being said.
Let's go. Tell us all about it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone here knows about it, but I know there's been quite a lot of people listening to the recordings. There's some of those videos, or some of the recordings, some of the podcasts uploaded to YouTube have a couple thousand views. So they're definitely reaching out into the masses. The algorithm is picking them up. Let's go.
It's the voice, Mistletoe. You got the voice, man.
No, it's
they
you.
can't stay away. They can't stay away. It's a team effort, but man, and the colors. Look at the branding. You know, that's
Oh,
like
yeah.
some Kanye West, like futuristic shoes, but you put it into the wheel. I love ARK.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to make it look nice. But maybe if you're listening on the recording, this is your first time hearing about this. This is our all aboard giveaway. We do this every single day live on the podcast. You don't even have to be here to win. It's simply go through the sweep widget and enter. Every single day after the podcast, we post a new sweep widget link. It's posted in the main chat, in the Discord, in the announcements channel, in Twitter. It's very easy to find. If you can never find it, always just be sure to ask. We'll repost it for you. Once you find that new sweep widget link, you simply click on that link. It's going to redirect you to a new website. That website is going to give you a list of tasks. Those tasks are going to range from liking and commenting on the daily podcast uploaded over to YouTube, liking and commenting on the shorts, all the shorts that get entered into the contest, the shorts contest we have here on board the Ark, all get uploaded over to the YouTube there. So you can smash the like button, leave a comment on those. Really helps push that algorithm. Gotta clap up and leave a comment on some Medium articles, retweet some Twitter links, or simply just visit some websites. It's super easy. It really only takes a couple minutes of your time. Once you go through there, your name is going to pop up on this super awesome iHeart Ark wheel, where every single day we spin the wheel live here on the podcast to determine our winner for $50 worth of Ark. That's right, free crypto you can win here every single day. And even if you don't win, you always have tomorrow. And it really does help push the algorithm for everyone making the shorts, all of the Medium article writers, all of the tweets, and all the daily podcasts. So really helps get involved, get some free crypto under your belt. And yeah, so without further ado, let's spin this wheel, find our lucky winner for today, and good luck, everyone. The man, the myth, the legend, Jay Vanquish, winning $50 worth of Ark today. Congratulations. I know pint-sized dad, he probably needs a couple more pints in him, so that'll get you some more pints. Congratulations, son. Definitely deserve it. And if you didn't win, you always got tomorrow. No worries. You're welcome. All right, Atlas, back to you for some Sparky. I was already the old Sparky music. We're already ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah, we had a misfire here. Give me a second. Give me a second.
I think that was just some foreshadowing.
Yes, sir. Let's pull up the Sparky. And let's see who's going to win. It's going to be somebody live.
I think it is. I think today is going to be a special one.
It's tough. I mean, we got 22 folks in the house. Nice crowd. Some of the smartest people in all of DeFi. Always here, calm, cool, and collected, having fun. And without further ado, let's bring the Sparky up. I mean, if you could see it, sir.
Oh, yeah, we can see it. Let's get the spark.
All right. Can you tell the good folks here, how do you qualify? How do you win, Sparky?
Of course. It's very easy, actually. There's 3 different ways you can actually qualify to win the spark here. The first way I would say is definitely the most easiest. Simply buy and hold a legacy NFT. If you don't already, definitely get yourself one of those legacy NFTs. They pay you every day. They're going to be feeding a lot more revenue with those external revenue or with those utilities coming out, the Air card, the Terra card, VPN. So definitely want to get yourself on one of those NFTs. Once you buy one of those, you're in there in Spark for life. You always also get 3 tiers of referral rewards for the silver. You get a boosted CWR of 2.5, and you get also into the secret DAO, the Cool Kids Club. Definitely where all of the big whales hang out. So that's the first way. The second way is simply save up towards the legacy NFT. We have the legacy savings account. If you get $250 saved up towards that legacy NFT, not only will you be eligible for the Spark reward, but you'll also unlock the first level of referral rewards. So go out there and earn some referrals. The third, last but not least way, is simply hold $250 worth of bonds in the foundation. There is a 10% tax, so if you haven't got any bond staked in the foundation there, it's about $280 roughly, $277 I think, somewhere around there. And that'll get you $250 worth of bonds, and that'll give you level 1 referral rewards as well as enter the Spark, and you'll also earn daily rewards over there. So that's how you get involved. I know there's a lot of people here already have all of those. So let's turn it back over to you, Atlas, and see maybe we have a winner live here in the podcast today.
All right. Is Mr. Big going to call the Sparky? Come here, Sparky, Sparky. He does it so good. For the rest of us, let's sit back, relax, and see who today's lucky Spark winner is going to be. We already know who the MVP is. So sit back, relax, and let's find out.
Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto.
There it is, folks. We have today's lucky Spark Prize winner. Their wallet ends in 335S. They've won 789.34 ARK. They are a 2-time winner of the Spark Prize. The Nitro Boost is in their veins. It's not their first shot of it. They're used
You know
to it
what?
by now,
That's
and
Rebecca. Or that's
Let's
Rebecca.
go! Let's go! The Snooks! Folks,
Special was going to happen.
you were right, Mistletoe. Right on the head. Sheesh.
I'll have
Wow,
to
Kelly,
give
that
her
was
the good
impressive.
news.
You recognized it so fast, so quickly. Gotta give it to you. Shout out to the Kelly. Sheesh.
I made that wallet for her, so I remember it.
But Kelly, there's something interesting. You've been here when your niece won one time, which is, I mean, you're not here often, but when you are, there's something in the air. Like Phil Collins said, in the air, of the night in the air on the Spark. And now, Rebecca, have you been here for another drawing where somebody has won?
Yeah, actually, I
Snook?
was here when she won the first time, but I didn't say anything. I figured it was her place. But anyway,
Oh,
that's
you got some
that
magic.
is her.
Got to give it to you. You do
Yeah.
have a competitor. I don't know if they're runner-up, but Mistletoe, he became famous here on the Ark because if it wasn't him winning, it was his brother over
Crazy.
and
That was a
over.
crazy run.
I mean, it was insane. He was the light of the party here. People were like, how does this guy do it? And since he was, an investor, very close, very involved in the community, always contributing, answering questions. I mean, that's how he got promoted and from within and hired. But he was always around, and then seeing his family and him and his brother win over and over. I mean, talk about happy days, unforgettable moments, which we will relive again, my friends.
One day.
Do not. Oh, one day. Not too many days away is what I really want to convey here to you good folks. It's going to get better and better as we raise the bar and we bring value and we welcome so many people to come here and spend some time with us. We could be doing other things with our life, but in my opinion, and they say actions speak louder than words. I mean, 282 consecutive podcasts. It is for a reason. We signed up for a multi-year project. We didn't come here just to launch a couple of smart contracts, shake and bake and hype, and then, pick up our ball and run home. No. That's right. So congratulations, shout out, send our love, our hugs,
I will.
and our cheer and applause to Rebecca.
She deserves it.
Let's get this crypto.
Epic hump day. Kelly gets to witness. We all get to witness it with her as well. What a great journey. And with that, folks, it is that time, that special time here on every ARK podcast where our very own crypto DeFi expert, Mr. Z, comes in. He's in the building and brings us to alpha. What's happening out in the crypto streets and Wall Street, all streets. Mr. Z, how are you today, sir?
It's doing well. Can you guys hear me just fine?
Yeah, a little far away.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Okay, you are live and direct. You came from the other room back into this room where we're all present, calm, cool, collected, and connected here on the ARK. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, I've been having a few hard days in England. The internet's been giving me issues. I've had a delayed reaction, and I think when I'll be in Asia later this weekend, hopefully I can bear. But I'm here now. It's great to see everybody. Congrats to Rebecca for winning the Spark. It's been a while since we've had a winner live on stream. So congrats and happy hump day, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's get into the news. So a few things that I think sort of traders in crypto and just world fintech sort of modules have been having their eyes on is China. China has been doing the headlines this week because you had a few things that happened in China. So you had I'm going to play this 1 minute clip here because severe floodings took place in China. So let's all watch this together. But sometimes when I watch videos like this, it just makes me realize how vulnerable humanity is at times, where we have our latest technology, we have latest outlets and everything, but nature can just wipe us in 1 second. And so Qingdao, Shanghai, and a few other sort of provinces went through a heavy flooding, and it's had a huge impact. The flooding's over now, but there's a bunch of damage that's been taken in the last, you can say, week or so, and a bunch of Chinese villages were severely damaged, and they have to rebuild houses. But it was pretty bad. So these are like videos of what happened in China. So you had two things in China that happened. So you had the flooding that took place here, and then you have the I think the consumer price index that came out this week. So the economies were holding up, because I think I think USA and China are the biggest economies right now. China especially, like, if China's revenue goes down, it hits the world really, really hard, and
vice versa.
and vice
with America. Now, the great thing, there's always a silver lining here, and you look at somewhere like Haiti, right, where they've had their hurricanes, and you look at some of these places with earthquakes, and you got to say, no better place to be probably than China for these type of catastrophic events, because they've got the COVID mask, they've got Band-Aids, they've got all the gear, right? Because they make it. we import the stuff. They've got the direct access. It's like, hey, just go to Billy's warehouse over there. He makes, gauze bandages, 1 million per day of these units. So just go ahead and tap the door and bring a bunch of it over here. So you have that access. But it's interesting when I look at a lot of these major environmental disasters, we can call them. It's as old as the Bible and the history books. When the wrath of nature has its outbursts. So I'm still not impressed or amazed by it. I clearly understand that it's been this way for quite forever, and we're quite lucky when you look at some of these other solar systems, and some of the hot lava that's just spewing and floating around. You have a different atmosphere, so we're quite lucky.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Nature can either nurture the environment, or it could really, really cause catastrophic events like this. And we've had, like, these floods have gone up to, like, some areas they've gone 10, 11 feet up above sort of levels, and you can actually see just cars just floating. Someone was just driving on the highway, and within seconds was caught in a flood. And if you see this clip here, you had helicopters that like this was a car. So this car was just driving, and this was a driver in the car, and he's, he had to be rescued.
That looks like South Beach when it rains. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, are you there? I think it was here earlier. Coach Roberto, paging Coach Roberto, 1 2 1 2. They have these pumps. Hey, doesn't that look like South Beach when it rains?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, they got these generators and these pumps. Man, when it really starts pouring down, it's just horrible. I mean, it's sinking. I don't know how many inches per year, but it's Brickell too. I lived in Brickell. I lived in South Beach. This is like a weekend. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So this is what's going on in China. So you have sort of domestic, environmental issues, and you also have the slowdown of their economy as well. And this has been happening for a couple of months, and it's sending sort of like the bad pulse vibes throughout the sort of economic systems that we have in Europe and in the West Coast in America. And so we had consumer price index that came out today, and it did not look good for China. We were looking for CPI numbers as 0.4%, and what came out was 0.3%. So it's not good for the economy, and it's had a ripple effect on all assets. The dollar, in fact, has increased in size, but even that stays risky. Bitcoin actually fell a little bit today, and that's the headline today. So China's consumer price fall for the first time in 2 years, as fears of deflation grows. So China's this is pretty severe.
They are the masters of this. We call it the CPI, which is really the CP lie. I mean, they are the masters of lying about their economy, their growth, and they're forced to do it. You know, they're the regional leaders. They have to inflate the numbers so they don't get their head chopped off by the great dictator. So this is, you know, interesting to see, and this is a sign of great weakness, because they're always showing for decades this massive growth, which we know for a fact is inflated. So them showing a sign of weakness is quite interesting. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The real estate bubble was the first thing like that happened last year. I think it was early December. We were going through videos of ghost towns. So that's one thing. They weren't able to like bring in the tourist sort of attraction that they wanted. And now what's happening is there's not as much demand for their consumer goods. A lot of factories are moving to India, to Taiwan, and to Mexico, surprisingly. And it's
8 times cheaper, the cost of labor, believe it or not, in Mexico for a factory worker than in China.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know that it is 8 times cheaper.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So that's what's happening. So it's hit the economy a little bit, and it's hit cryptocurrencies a little bit. We thought Bitcoin could kind of go back up a little bit, and we can sort of hit higher levels. But even Bitcoin had a complete rejection, and we were sort of at the 30K region, and then we yesterday we tapped into 30K, and then we came back to 29.47. So we're staying in this sort of sideways movement, and it's just like I was expecting maybe if we were to tap in and create support here, maybe we could go for higher levels. But with how the economy is doing right now, especially it's not just China, in America as well. We have this is the second quarter of you can say less growth, and today's Disney's numbers came out, and even Disney are struggling with their subscription model. And I think Amazon's numbers will come out sometime this week. So we'll know about their Prime numbers and AWS. So we wait these things, but I think we are in a global recession, and I want one of these governments to kind of just announce it, to just be honest with the world and say we are in a liquidity trap. Like when you see patterns like this on a chart, this means we're in a liquidity trap. And I think that's where we are. So that's what these what the sort of Bitcoin price is looking like. We can look at Ethereum as well, and Ethereum is also the lowest it's been at 1850. And I think this is we're going to be, I think within a week. I think this is going to be a defining week, and next week I think we tap into lower levels. So no one buy any tops, please. Be careful. We are in strong waters right now, just like those floods in China. So that's what the economy is kind of looking at. Now there's another thing that really shocked me this week in crypto, and I'm gonna go in straight to this into this headline here. And security is really important. I mean, we've been talking about hacks quite a bit recently, and this is really shocking news. So only 6 out of 45 crypto wallets brands have undergone penetration testing.
No.
So what happens is it's something because a lot of people were asking me to basically move to Rabi wallet, and I like for me bug bounty tests are good, but you need Certic, you need big firms to do a lot of, like, you can say rigorous testing, especially a wallet, because wallets are the most vulnerable to hacks. It just takes one click of a link to connect your MetaMask wallet or any of your wallets, and your so Atomic Wallet was a big one. I think that was a $30 or $40 million hack that took place, and a lot of people lost a lot of money. Even though they didn't like click a link. So Atomic Wallet's like overall system was things. So I took a really deep interest to see how many of these wallets and these how good the security is. And so cybersecurity certification platform Certic said the vast majority of wallets do not hire outside experts to perform penetration tests. So a July report from cybersecurity, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see this with me. But a July report from cybersecurity certification platform found that only 6 out of 45 wallet brands, over 13%, have undergone penetration testings to find security vulnerabilities. Of these, only half have performed tests on the latest versions of their product. Yeah, this is the other big thing. You would think you would think like Rabi and a few others like Zengo and Trust Wallet. I think Trust. Yeah, these three companies have like so Rabi is one of them where they haven't like done the testings on their latest update. So the three brands. So the three brands that sort of passed that test, right? So the three brands that have done up to date penetration testings are MetaMask, Zengo, and Trust Wallet. According to reports, Rabi and Bitforce performed penetration testings on older versions of their software, and Ledger, right? Ledger, the big Ledger Live, did it on an unknown version. All other brands listed did not provide any evidence of having done the testings. The report also provides an overall ranking of the security of each wallet. So I'm going to kind of zoom into this little image here. So let me make this a little bit bigger so we can all see this. But I've put this into DeFi links, but like this is what the penetration testing involves: security rating, app installation, and in-app features. Because a lot of these wallets are becoming much more decentralized, and in-app features are one of those kind of things like swaps and staking and all these other sorts of, you can say, integrations that are starting to build into these. So it's important that wallets go through a penetration testings on their latest updates on a weekly basis. So thus far, MetaMask, Zengo are, I believe, the only ones that have like sort of passed that, and Rabi, I would say to a point, but like my critique with Rabi is they haven't sent their latest wallet into testings for penetration. So Trust Wallet, in fact, I kind of moved away from this week as well after this report. Because Trust Wallet does not do the latest updates of its thing. Like they do it like 3 months post launch, which is scary. Coinbase as well is another one that have to sort of speed up their game. So we're going to talk about a little bit about Coinbase as well. But yeah, these are MetaMask and Zengo are the only wallets to really trust in the industry at this current moment. So essentially, popular wallets tend to adopt more robust security measures to protect their increasing user base. This seems logical. A higher user base often corresponds to more significant funds to secure, more visibility, and consequently, more potential threats. It can also result in a positive feedback loop, with more secure wallet attracting new users in high numbers than the less secure ones. So yeah, this is a big report that I was going through today. Now let me go into news to see what else we have to cover. AI is quite big, and Base. So Base Network launched. So Base Network is Coinbase's decentralized ecosystem. I've posted in the airdrop army. I'm going to create a whole channel for this week to see if we can tap into any airdrops into Base. And see if there's any opportunities and some testnet stuff to do there. But yeah, Base did launch this week. It was in beta mode in the last 2.5 weeks. And today it completes its beta phase and goes into its sort of, you can say, launch phase. And thus far, a bunch of meme coins are going there. So just be very careful of the tokens to get into there. So Base Network has officially launched. Here's how it can be used. So Coinbase's Base Network completed its phased launch on August the 9th and is officially opened to end users. So this was the announcement that Base made, and this was their little, you can say, sort of tweet launching the thing. This is the stories of Base and bringing the world on chain. Yeah, everyone's got their eyes on Base because Coinbase does have one of the biggest audiences in crypto. So Coinbase Network is officially launched, and it's opened a few weeks in a open for builders only phase. The network is now ready to onboard users. According to August 9, several Web3 development teams have simultaneously announced that they are releasing apps for Base. So it's a Base.
Can you read that one again? there's something very interesting there that I want to zero in on. Several Web3 development teams.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, go ahead. Read it.
Yeah. So several Web3 development teams have simultaneously announced that they are releasing apps for Base and the network
Right
teams.
there. Do you see apps instead of dApps?
Yeah.
I've noticed this in all of their material. Very interesting. It stood out to me. They do not say dApps.
Mm-hmm.
All of the base information and all the information you find out there, it's apps. Why do you think it's being talked about that way and marketed that way?
Because dApps just overall have been getting a bad sort of notice and the bunch of security stuff there. But then, Web 2.0 is taking a deep interest into Coinbase. That's the other thing I see. So we have bridge sort of layers. We got swap layers, and they're all you can say Base lead swap is one of them thing, and then they also have and then they have also the payment side as well. So they have
I think they're calling it apps because it's for the Web 2 kind of crowd. People understand their apps on their mobile device. Oh, this app, that app. I think they're talking to a bigger audience. I think they're talking to the average Joe and Jane type crowd.
Absolutely.
So they when they see dApp, they're going to be like, dApp? Isn't that what the some people smoke, the dApp? But they could all relate to what the app is. So I found that very peculiar. Just today, I'm surprised you brought this up because I was like, wait, these guys are talking about dApps. Smart contracts, they're building. Why are they not saying dApps? Hold on. I did a little search and I was surprised. And I said, okay, I get it. They're talking to the common man. The dApp stuff is just it's too Archean for them. They're not ready for it yet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So one of the payment apps, which is Beam, is a web-based app that allows users to make payments using either US dollar coin on their app native. According to the app developer, users aren't required to store seed words or possess Ether to pay for gas. They can log in with their Twitter account and pay for gas using USDC and ECO. So ECO is that token that they use. So a lot of these things are moving away. So people don't have to go through the MetaMask wallet and sort of make it easier. All of these solutions are turning into like one-click solutions, and it is these are like Base is connecting with things like Beam. These are all Web 2.0 solutions. So that's the big thing. So this came out this week. Honestly, for me, I want a bigger sort of audience to come to crypto. So maybe this can be a good thing. You know.
Amen. Mm-hmm. And Coinbase is notorious for I think having a pretty simple. I mean, the grandmother test, right?
Yep.
The grandmother can operate on Coinbase. So hopefully that'll transcend. I mean, obviously developers are the ones coming in. And I think as of last time that I saw today, there was $133 million already on Base. Shout out to the Base.
I think they're going for $1 billion. I think they're at 210 million so far.
Well, they're already like at number 5-6 position, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Do they talk about that? Do they show it here, the position, by any chance?
Here they don't. I was looking at on-chain data and Dune and stuff. But
I did it too today.
Yeah. So a lot of.
We got PayPal. We got the Base now. I mean, before you know, you're gonna have like a QR code for dApp on your Coca-Cola can.
Yeah.
On your Heineken bottle.
Yeah. You mentioned that, right? So I was gonna read this paragraph. This is pretty interesting. It goes, multiple brands and projects will allow users to mint NFTs exclusively on Base throughout August and early September. These include Coca-Cola, Coinbase's Strand, Showtime, Atari, Optimism, OpenSea, and others. See, you mentioned Coca-Cola. You got Coca-Cola.
Oh.
They're going to be.
Now, Z, do you want to place some bets for the next Super Bowl since crypto was banned? Does anyone here want to place some bets whether there will be some crypto back in the next Super Bowl?
Absolutely. It's gonna be all
I
over.
think there will be. I'm not a
Yeah.
betting man. I'm not a punter. But
I'm
I'm leaning towards there's going to be some advertising with crypto because I mean, look at all these big players.
Coca-Cola, Showtime, Atari, Optimus. Yeah, these are big. So
Could you imagine the Coca-Cola airdrop or the Coca-Cola giveaway all done on the blockchain? So you buy Coca-Cola, you get your token, you register it, you drop it into your MetaMask, boom. You know they link up with the chain link, and they do the random drawing. Everything's on the blockchain, super clear. Give away $10 million. I mean, there's so much fun that's just right ahead of us.
No, absolutely. I'm looking forward to like Coca-Cola, but I'm also looking forward to what Atari has. Atari is going to do a bit of gamify, sort of metaverse sort of stuff. So, and Showtime's the big one. So you get into like sort of boxing and all these big major sports events and TV series, right? Showtime has one of the biggest sort of when it comes to that. So I'm looking.
Did you say airdrops in any of these things? Are there airdrops?
So thus far, they're going to allow for minting of NFTs, but I think this will also be airdrops. It's got to be, because they want to bring those audiences here. So if you are using OpenSea, for like you mentioned OpenSea here, right? So if you're an OpenSea user and they want to bring more of these sort of folks, they're going to do airdrops. These companies will be out. So this is quite big. So we'll see through the weeks of I think mid-August to end of August to start in September. We're going to hear about these mintings. So here at the Airdrop Army, we'll keep an eye on that for sure.
James at the water cooler. He can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so that's the news on base. Today in Congress, they picked up on so you had Republicans, Democrats. As I said, guys, like crypto is going to be so politicized throughout this sort of election campaign, and with all the different releases, like so you had the U.S. House sort of debate PayPal's PYUSD today. So the Democrats sort of are deep. So Representative Maxine Waters, she said she was deeply concerned about PYUSD without a proper regulatory framework in place. And then on the Republican side, they argue that it actually holds a good potential and holds a good promise. So these are, let me get some quotes here. So it goes, the Republican bill gives stablecoins like PayPal USD that are issued under state regime a seal of approval, but blocks the Federal Reserve from overseeing or enforcing any federal federal standards. It's like I don't get it. Like it's always when something new's coming out and it brings mass adoption, like we should give it its breathing space. But it seems on the Democratic side, it just that they always want the worst case scenario. So this is what this is what Rogers had to say, right? So she goes, without legislation on the books that establishes clear and strong consumer protection at the federal level, consumers are at greater risk of harm at the hands of bad actors. Stablecoins represent the issuance of a new form of money, making it integral that there are federal guardrails. So that's the sort of issues there. And I think we're going to see a bunch of this kind of sort of, you can say, language throughout this year when we have other things come out, especially with AI and other things that are integrating with the blockchain.
I like the way they confuse it because they say federal and they say Federal Reserve, but there's nothing federal about the Federal Reserve. It's a private corporation. So I just find that language, they mix and match federal as needed to, there's federal guidelines or federal rules, Are you talking about the Federal Reserve or are you talking about the United States?
I was thinking the exact same thing. They said we need federal guardrails, and I was just thinking, oh, really? Now you want guardrails? What about implementing guardrails 100 years ago when the Federal Reserve started just running away with the controlling of the monetary supply? Where were your federal guardrails for the last 100 years?
Absolutely. Yeah, check this out. So this is pretty interesting. This is what Maxine watches. She's been very, very vocal. And she's like, I am deeply concerned that PayPal has chosen to launch its own stablecoin whilst there is no federal framework for regulation, oversight, and enforcement of these assets. PayPal, with 435 million customers globally, exceeds the number of online accounts at all of the mega banks combined. Given PayPal's size and reach, federal oversight and enforcement of its stablecoin operation is essential in order to guarantee consumer protection and alleviate financial stability concerns. Like to me here, what doesn't make sense is PYUSD is only going to be it's going to be in-house, right? So you can only do it within PayPal.com. You can't off-ramp these stable coins. So when she talks about security breaches and all these things, you're talking about sort of so there's all these different sorts of aspects. They said the same thing with Coinbase last month. They're like, Coinbase has a huge customer base, and that's a risk to security. And Coinbase hasn't been through hacks. Binance hasn't been through a hack in the last couple of years. So they need to really think about what they say, because they'll look bad in the long sort of standpoint of history. You want companies like PayPal, you want Web2 giants to adapt because they have the customer bases. If DeFi is going to reach sort of that 1 billion mark, then you need companies like PayPal. You need sort of you can say PayPal, Coinbase, these companies to really bring in their customer bases globally. So that's the news there. Always in fear. But yeah, so you have two sides to it. Like they used this PYUSD to not just critique PayPal, but also to critique the Payment Stablecoin Act, which was something that gives stablecoins a bit of, like, you can say, breathing space. It's what the Republican side kind of put through. So yeah, as I said, guys, I'm going to be following this the political sides week to week. But that's the news there. I have some stuff on AI, but I think I've sort of passed my 20 minutes for today. Something we'll look into the next couple of days before I go Asia, because AI is getting more freakier. like the gamings that are coming out are I'll give you guys an example, right, of this one game called The Matrix Awakening, and people sort of really speak with audio recognition. And you can pick up anyone in the game and have real deep conversations. It's pretty deep.
What's up, guys? So welcome back to Unreal Girl. Hey, what's your name?
Please don't talk to me.
I've got something really, really important to tell you.
I don't have time.
Oh, I saw this. It's great.
Never mind. I mean, if she doesn't have time, she doesn't deserve to know. In that first video, I never came down to this end. The green matrix number lines are a little concerning. We're going to see what happens down here. Hey, you in the blue shirt.
Hello.
What do you want?
Can I help you with something?
I just wanted you to know that you are not a real person.
What are you talking about? Of course I'm real.
You're simply a character in a video game.
It's not possible. I have my own thoughts and feelings.
It's absolutely possible. Do you see that wall of green behind me?
Yes.
You can see the wall. That's the limit of the map. You can't walk past that.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
Oh, if you can do it, then fine.
Yeah, so we'll look into this more and how Decentraland is using this technology. So that's something I want to tap into, because Decentraland is in fact going to be using these sort of, like, you can say, NPCs for more interaction. So if people are, let's say, causing a bit of conflict in the metaverse, in their metaverse, you'll have this bot here called Simone that comes to you and asks what's wrong with you when like it seems like you're looking for some beef. And it's pretty interesting. So this is something I want to sort of tap into. But apart from that, hope you guys enjoyed the session today. Thank you.
Another banger here from Mr. Z. Thank you for that great DeFi session. And folks, we want to thank all of you for being here with us today, number 282. We're going to hang out for a bit. We're going to do a Q&A right after we conclude the recording. We're going to be back tomorrow, same time as always, 4 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. UTC, ready to get this crypto, ready to give away more free crypto, ready to do more DeFi sessions, Wheel of the Toad, and well, you guys know the drill. Please be good to each other, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you all tomorrow.